Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having an awesome start to the week so far. I hope you guys are having some wicked goals and dreams and plans and hopes, ambitions that you're accomplishing, making things rock out. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend, got all the rest and recovery that you needed to in order to take on this wonderful new week that we have ahead of us. Quick update, I am in the finishing touches of putting together a weight loss course for beginners. If you guys are interested in early bird access, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rock and rolling. There's tons of cool stuff that goes along with that. What I wanted to talk a little bit about today was we've had a little bit of a theme here. So what I wanted to talk about was simplifying things, how to simplify life in general. Life is really hard and we're really busy people, right? I really like talking about the non-negotiables, right? We have a few non-negotiables in our life that we need to take care of on a daily basis, and we don't always have time to add new things in. So a lot of times we're looking to subtract things or make the tasks that we do more efficient, right? So that's where I want to come in, give some tips that sort of help me, and hopefully they help you too. Let's get right into it. Tip number 1 is meal prep. Meal prep is huge for simplifying everything. If there's one thing that they didn't prepare you for adulthood, it's cooking 3 meals every single day for the rest of your life. And as much as we would love to do that, we don't always have time to do that. So that's where, eating out comes in and or not eating, right? Not eating is just as bad as eating not healthy. Our body starts to store fat and stuff like that. And then that's where that leads to the weight gain. That's not good for you either. But meal prep is, nothing more than, cooking multiple servings all at once, right? So we when we do it, we try to do like stir fries, something like that. Another thing we're doing tonight is a roast. So that's huge right there. A roast is great for making multiple meals. So when we do it, and then another thing we love to do is stir fry. We just cook a whole bunch of rice and meat and vegetables all at once, and that way we can just portion it out for the week. Another thing we like to do is we figured out this new veggie platter thing that we do, where we basically take all of the vegetables that we have and throw them all into this pan, and we throw the pan into the oven and just bake it that way. So that's just simple ideas right there to cook more food at once. That's what we're talking about when I talk about meal prep. It's cooking multiple meals all at once, right? Also, another great thing to do with that is to chop up your vegetables and or your fruits for the week, or for at least a few days, right? Because we want to be eating 3 meals every day. We also want to be snacking in between meals. We don't want to deprive ourselves of food. So that's why chopping up your vegetables and or your fruits all at once will help you to make it sort of a grab and go snack, easy to take with you and easy to consume and digest, right? What we don't want to be doing is being hungry throughout the day. That's where it leads to bad choices, right? Vending machine food, snacks from fast food places, stuff like that. And that can really throw, not only your weight loss goals for a loop, but it can also throw your life and your mood, your sleep patterns. All that stuff happens when you're not fueling your body with proper nutrition. Meal prep is going to be huge. That's a huge way to simplify things. Trust me, it'll work. Number 2, drink more water, right on cue. We as humans are roughly 60% water, so we need more water than we need anything else throughout the day. And drinking more water is huge for every aspect of your life, right? And not just talking weight loss, weight management, right? Water helps to rest recover, right? Our muscles need water to repair and restore. We need water to help with our digestive system, to help sort of break down foods, help it get better digested that way. Water helps to, when you have head tension, it also helps you to get better, get more restful for sleepy time. It's great for helping you to sort of cleanse and detoxify yourself. If you think about the gut as being like a second brain, we really need to take care of our gut health and make sure that we're doing whatever we can to promote healthy gut function. And water is a huge part of that. If you really don't do anything else, I suggest water. Aim for about half your body weight in ounces per day. So for me, I'm roughly in the 200-pound range. I would be aiming for about 100 ounces per day. So if you're talking 8-ounce glasses, I would need more in the 12, 13 cup range, give or take, right? 8 ounces times 12 cups is 96. So I would need a little bit more than that. And I would probably need a little bit more than that anyways, right? You can really trust your sense of thirst to realize when you're thirsty. That's one of the reasons that athletes actually, one of the things that I read was really cool. Athletes actually learn to drink water on schedule. That way you know that you're getting enough water throughout the day. And that's actually a really cool tip in itself right there. I never thought about, documenting or trying to get my body on a water drinking schedule, right? That's actually really cool because everything in our life is built around a routine, right? It's all built around, habits. And if we make it a habit to drink more water and we build that into our routine, it'll just make it that much easier for us to think about it, later on, right? When it'll just make it easier for us to follow that. Tip number 3. So we're simplifying life today. Tip number 1, meal prep is a huge way to simplify everything. Number 2, drink more water. That one's huge. Number 3, follow the 80-20 rule. This one is actually something really cool that I just learned myself. And the rule basically states 80% of your 80% of your production comes from 20% of your actions, right? So think about it. So if you want to lose weight, you don't need to be doing 100 different things, right? You just need to be doing a few things, and it takes care of the majority of what you need, right? So what are we talking about? We need to eat healthy. We need to exercise. We need to sleep better, right? We don't need to be doing a whole bunch of different things. Now, even when we're talking about eating healthy, we don't need to fill our plate with just vegetables and fruits, right? We need to have everything. When we are, even in our daily life or in our jobs, right? In our daily work lives, 80% of our production comes from 20% of our actions. In sales, we talk about 80% of your customers come from 20% of your marketing, or even 80% of your buyers will come from, or 80% of your profit will come from 20% of your customers, right? So there's the 80-20 rule. 80% of production comes from 20% of your actions. So that's where you need to realize that you don't need to be doing a whole bunch of different things all the time. You just need to focus on the few things that you do need to do. So figure out what you're trying to do, and then understand that as much as you want to do more, you don't need to be doing more. You need to just focus on the stuff that you're doing already. And focusing on that will just allow you to get more targeted, more specified, right, into that area, and then be able to produce more. So this one is actually really huge. This is something that I had to learn, and when I did learn it's actually really huge to think about. 80% of your production will come from 20% of your actions. So remember that, and just remember that you don't need to be doing a whole bunch of things. This is what I'm trying to stress more than anything, is that you don't need to be overloading your plate, overwhelming yourself and doing this, and this. You just need to figure out what needs to get done, and then what needs to get done will help you to produce most of your results. Results, I think that's the word I was looking for. 80% of your results will come from 20% of your actions. Number 4 is journal. Journaling is huge because this one allows you to know where you're going, what you're thinking, what's happening in your life. I love this one because when we're up in our head, we tend to overthink and we tend to go, at either end of the spectrum, right? Very worst case scenario or super, this is kind of what happened. And also, that's a lot of it too, right? Your brain sort of thinks in this is kind of what happened, realistically, give or take, right? There's not specifically what happened because your mind tends to wander, right? And it tends to add and subtract details here and there and just allowing you to have more of an effective story, if you will. So that's why journaling your thoughts is going to be huge. It's going to allow you to know where you're going, where you've come from, right? That's huge in production. We want to know what's worked, right? What's been working, what's helped, what hasn't helped, so we can stop doing that, right? If we're trying to lose weight, we definitely want to know what's helping us towards losing our weight. We also want to know what's going on in our heads when we're getting hindrances, right? So like for me, perfect example, when I think about cooking food, I think about the dishes. It's like, oh my goodness, we don't have a dishwasher, right? So for us, we have to wash the dishes all the time. That in itself is very much a deterrent for me to want to cook food all the time when I always have to wash dishes. So for me, that would be something that I'd be journaling. I need to figure out how to get past me, disliking doing dishes because of the health benefits that come along with eating, right? Or with eating, but with eating healthy. It also allows you to plan out what sort of routes you want to take for getting to your ultimate destination. It allows you to see yourself in your ultimate destination. I really love using my journal for just sort of visualizing where I'm going, right? The type of person that I'm going to become, what sort of life I'm living in the future, right? That's the person that I'm going to become. So that's the person that I'm acting like right now, right? So it's also great for helping with motivation. When we, like I said, we know where we've come from. So we know as much as we may or may not feel better or accomplished, we know that we've been doing stuff to accomplish stuff because of our journal and because we can see that we weren't accomplishing before and now we are accomplishing. So that journaling is going to be huge. Tip number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go easy on yourself. I started off the program by saying that life is hard, right? Not everything is always going to be sunshines and lollipops. And I think that the fact that we just keep on keeping on, even in the face of adversity, right? Even when our backs are against the wall, or even when stuff's not going for us, or even when, the boss is really pissing you off, and even when you want to just, you don't even really know if it's worth it to continue, and you keep going, right? To me, that's celebratory enough in itself. That's enough right there to give yourself the old pat on the back, to allow yourself to be, to grow into a person, right? We are our own worst critics, but we're also our best cheerleaders, right? So when we think we're doing well, or when we, when our backs are up against the wall, we are huge cheerleaders, and we can, bring ourselves out of the depths of anything just because we want to. But we are also our own worst critics, right? So we can tear ourselves down with the best of people, right? People can't tear us down like we can tear ourselves down. People aren't as hard on us as we are on ourselves. So that's why a lot of times you need to just go easy on yourself. You need to understand that you're human. You're not perfect. You make mistakes. Stuff happens. Life happens. So what? Get over it, right? You missed a day on your workout routine. Boo-hoo. There's another day. You ate bad over the weekend. So what? You can make up for it next week. You got angry at your spouse for no reason, right? Doesn't matter. You can go and apologize and do something nice for them to make them see that you care about them. You were a jerk to your boss and that's why he doesn't like you, or he's making life tough on you right now, right? So that's something that you could do. You can change your attitude, right? There's something that I heard is if you change your attitude, you can change your life. I mean, whether or not that's true, that's definitely something that I'm trying to figure out. And I'm gonna go with a positive attitude, right? Because if I can be positive and then have a positive life, why not try it, right? Go easy on yourself. Understand that you're awesome. There is nobody like you. Nobody can be like you. And you're not going to be like anybody else because you are you and you are awesome. And you need to take it easy on yourself because you're about to rock it out. Yeah. My last tip, more than anything, essential oils. I love using essential oils for everything, and I have a few different blends here that I want to talk about. A blend like Serenity from doTERRA is actually the restful blend. It's very calming and soothing and relaxing. I love it. So this one is actually great for promoting a restful environment. That's perfect for getting to sleep. One of the things that I read more than anything is the best investment you can make in yourself is 8 hours of sleep. But when we're talking about sleep, we're not talking about just laying in bed. We're talking about that deep sleep, right? That rapid eye movement, the REM sleep that we're trying to get to, where we're off in our dreamland and where everything is working in sync with itself. So I love that one for promoting restfulness. Another blend that I have here is Zendo Cream. This one is actually the detoxification blend, and this is one that we talked about earlier with regards to our gut health. Our gut is our second brain. This one, you can smell the cleanliness in it. It's definitely got lemon, bunch of citrus oils in there for cleansing, detoxifying. This one is great, again, for detoxifying your gut, right? And allowing your gut to sort of promotes gut health and it will help you to digest better. I guess that works. My last blend here is Citrus Bliss. And I wanted to talk about this one. It's a bunch of citrus oils that bring together in harmony and bliss, if you will. I love this one. I actually love this one. I have it as part of my Mood Swingers blend. This one is great for helping you to get up when you're feeling down. But I actually wanted to include this one because a lot of people don't like the taste of water. And water, it's got a bad rap, right? So I love adding citrus oils to my water to help to help the taste, to help it. And also what it does is it gives you sort of a cleanse and detoxify while you're drinking it. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you would like a free sample of oils, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday and an even better rest of your week. I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.